my hoodie on the couch, phone face down, we faced out. Room lights low, your knees on mine. Red wine lips tracing every line. Your hair spilling on my shoulder, whispered secrets bolder. Every breath you take I chase, every shiver I can taste. Stay right here, don't move, don't speak. Let your heartbeat talk to me. Midnight on your shoulder, I could live and grow older. Right here in this moment, slow, where the time drips drop by drop, so slow. If this is all we ever know, I'm still choosing you, choosing you close. Your fingers drawing shapes on skin, little circles pulling me in. You left and suddenly you're shy. Eyes look down, then lock with mine. You say I'm scared how good this feels, like it's too soft to be real. I kiss that question off your mouth. Promise we won't figure it out. Stay right here, don't move, don't speak. Let your heartbeat talk to me. Midnight on your shoulder, I could live and grow older. Right here in this moment, slow, where the time drips drop by drop, so slow. If this is all we ever know, I'm still choosing you, choosing you close. We don't need an answer, we just need tonight. Your name tangled in the dark of my mind. If the world falls quiet, let it fall outside. Outside, I'll hold every piece of you on my chest, in my arms, in my life. Yeah. Stay right here, don't move, don't speak. Let your heartbeat talk to me. Midnight on your shoulder, I could live and grow older. Right here in this moment, slow, where the time drips drop by drop, so slow, so slow, slow, slow. If this is all we ever know, I'm still choosing you, choosing you. So close, so close, so close, so door clicks, late night breath on your lips, cold on the chair, shoes kick. You pull me in by the wrist, come here. Soft laugh in a half light, curtains drawn, world out of sight. You chase circles on my spine, like you already know my mind. Your hands talk slow on my skin, every line said let me in. I fall quiet and you're tight, nothing left for me to hide. No, no. Velvet in the dark, your name on my tongue like a spark. Fingers right their way through my heart, reading me in pieces, pulling me apart. Velvet in the dark, breathing every promise in the quiet part. Say you'll never let this feeling fall apart. Velvet in the dark, velvet in the dark. Face closed, I can feel every ghost of the times I slept alone. Melt the heat in your hold. Every sigh is a confession, Every kiss a new direction. You say nothing, but I know you're the place I wanna go. Your hands talk slow on my skin. Every line says let me in. I feel quiet and you're tight, nothing left for me to hide. Oh, you're velvet in the dark. Your name on my tongue like a spark. Fingers right their way through my heart, reading me in pieces, pulling me apart. Velvet in the dark, breathing every promise in the quiet part. Say you'll never let this feeling fall apart. Velvet in the dark, velvet in the dark. Yeah. Say my name, barely breathe. Then let it shake in the space between us. Hold me close, keep repeating every word like you really need this. If this is wrong, I don't care. Like here, right here, right here. Velvet in the dark. Your name on my tongue like a spark. Fingers right their way through my heart, reading me in pieces, pulling me apart. Velvet in the dark, breathing every promise in the quiet part. Say you'll never let this feeling fall apart. Velvet in the dark, velvet in the dark.
Shh, come closer.
Liquid mercury flowing through the mahogany cracks. Your shadow danced against the velvet walls tonight. The clock froze at 3 while the humidity rose, tracing patterns on your skin with the trembling touch. You ghost trapped in a high definition frame, sinking deeper into the indigo sheets. The silence carries long weight than unspoken breath. Heavy glass shards shimmering under the dim light. Counting the pulses vibrating through the floorboards. Your scent lingers like an expensive ancient perfume. Gravity feels like a luxury we can no longer afford. Tangled in the wires of this electric fever dream. Every movement is a deliberate stroke of oil paint. We are the masterpiece that never leaves this room, filtering the air through our synchronized lungs, waiting for the dawn to break the spell we wove. Stay suspended in the stick violet haze. The tension pulls tighter than a wire across the chest. No exits visible in the sanctuary of haze and heat. Drift through the layers of the sound we made, submerged in the depths of a midnight tide. The low frequency swallows every doubt you had. Let the pressure stabilize our frantic hearts. Gold dripping from the ceiling of this private world. The frequency shifts until the vision blurs. Magnetic fields pulling our atoms into alignment. The secrets of the ordinary world outside. Hold the frequency until the stars start to fade. Nothing exists beyond the perimeter of this globe. We are the pulse inside the machine of the dark. Mirrors reflect on the ghosts of who we used to be. Now we are just resonance and filtered like slow motion collisions in a vacuum of desire. Every exhale is a symphony of muted surrender. The warmth of the circuit board bleeds into the air, tracing the geometry of your silhouette once more. Captured in a loop that never finds the end. Permanent ink on a canvas of vanishing smoke. Stay suspended in the stick violet haze. The tension pulls tighter than a wire across the chest. No essence visible in the sanctuary of hate and heat. Drift through the layers of the sound we made, submerged in the depths of a midnight tide. The low frequency wallows every doubt you had. Let the pressure stabilize our frantic days are spending in this thick violet haze. Attention pulls tighter than a wire across the chest. No exit's visible in the sanctuary of haze and heat. Drift through the layers of the sound we made. Submerged in the depths of a midnight tide. The low frequency swallows every doubt you had. Let the pressure stabilize our frantic hearts. Gold dripping from the ceiling of this private world.
The silver spill, the moonlight stains the velvet on the floor, tracing every silhouette while I lock the heavy door. Your pulse is like a hammer hitting against the hollow air. I drown within the gravity of everything we share. The shadows weave a tapestry around our tangled limbs. A heavy dose of honey where the vision slowly swims. I sink into the violet haze that settles in your eyes. Beneath the weight of every breath, the frozen water dies. We are falling through the cracks of a midnight stain in blue. I lose a map of who I was to find the ghost of you. A slow vibration in the dark that words can never reach. The lessons that the silence and the holy tremors teach. Growed upon the charcoal sky and fire in the cold. That story written on the skin that never will be told. Wrapped inside the tension of a wire pulled too tight. We disappear together in the hollow of the night. The wine inside the crystal glass is trembling on the shelf. I see a different version of the way I view myself. You move just like a liquid flame through every open vein. A numbing kind of medicine to wash away the rain. The architecture of your heart is built of silk and bone. I'd rather be a prisoner than wandering alone. Your name is like a secret kept beneath the heavy tongue. The sweetest kind of damage that the morning had begun. We are falling through the cracks of a midnight stain in blue. I lose a map of who I was to find a ghost of you. A slow vibration in the dark that words can never reach. The lessons that the silence and the holy tremors teach. Gold upon a charcoal sky and fire in the cold. A story written on the skin that never will be told. Wrapped inside the tension of a wire pulled too tight. We disappear together in the hollow of the night.
Digital clock face flickers in the corner of my eye. Gravity pulls heavy on the edges of the room tonight. I settle into the velvet where the shadows light high, waiting for the frequency to settle deep inside. The low frequency vibration hums beneath the floor. I stop counting all the times I look toward the door. Copper wires hum within the hollow of a frame, while I find a way to navigate the silence of your name. Baby, 8 pulses moving steady through the vein. A measured heartbeat trying to outrun a certain rate. Keys are pressing softly on a bed of shifting clouds. A quiet sanctuary far away from all the crowds. I feel the static lifting as the chords begin to glow. I hear the ladder reaching from the depths of what I know. Every minor shift is just a precursor to life. Tuning out the static, back of a long and lonely night. Waited golden, every breath I take, mending every circuit that was bound to break, lifting off the surface of the weary ground in the amber gone where clarity is found. Silky layers wrapping around the hollow space, finding traces of a long forgotten grace. Though the shadows stretch across the hallway floor, I'm stepping through the opening of the door, so suspended in the resonance of a fading neon glow, watching how the bitter seeds of winter start to grow, filtered through the resonance of a silver-plated soul, making that a fragmented emotion feel quite whole. Attention starts to dissipate into the atmosphere, losing every trace of the old lingering fear, higher than the ceilings of this temporary cage, writing out the wisdom on a blank and steady page. Velvet textures brushing up against the jagged edge, standing on the perimeter of a high and narrow ledge. The warmth is flooding inward from the speakers on the wall, catching every instance where I started just to fall. A symphony of pulses keeping time with my desire, building up a heart from a small and flickering fire. The atmosphere is heavy but the spirit feels so light, floating through the architecture of the middle night. Subterranean frequencies are anchoring the dream, flowing like a liquid through a narrow metal stream. The resonance is physical and settles in the bone, reminding me I never have to face this on my own. I hear the ghost of harmony vibrating in the air, a soft and steady answer to a half-formed night in prayer. The dark is just a canvas for the colors yet to show, in a secret garden where the quiet secrets grow. Polished glass and naked light, turning over in the height. Every note a stepping stone to a place I should have known. Weighted gold in every breath I take, mending every circuit that was bound to break, lifting off the surface of the weird ground in the amber glow where clarity is found. Silky layers wrapping around the hollow space, finding traces of a long forgotten embrace. Though my shadows stretch across the hallway floor, I am stepping through the opening of the door. You pull me close in the half-light, tracing my name on my back so slow. You say you're scared of the calm down, but you're still here and you won't let go. Your lipstick stain on my white tee, your heartbeat tripping all over mine. You ask me, do you really want me? I kiss the doubt from between your lines. Midnight confession, spilling out on your skin. Every secret, every fear you're keeping in it. If you break, I'll break with you. If you fall, I'm falling too. Midnight confessions, I'm safe when I'm telling the truth to you.
You say your past still haunts you, love turned cold in a hotel room. You learn to run at the first sign of something real that could actually bloom. But look at us in the silence, talking about futures we never planned. Your guarded heart in my bare hands, I hold it soft as I can.
Midnight confessions, spilling out on your skin. Every secret, every fear you're keeping in it. If you break, I'll break with you. If you fall, I'm falling too. Midnight confessions, I'm safe when I'm telling the truth to you. Promise me this when the sun is the blinds, you won't pretend you forgot tonight. Keep every word like a sky, like a sign that we were brave enough to try. On your skin, every secret, every fear you're keeping in. If you break, I'll break with you. If you fall, I'll fall into midnight confessions. I'm safe when I'm telling the truth to you. Midnight confessions. I'm safe when I'm falling in love with you. Stillness finds the corners of this quiet space. Traces of your silhouette I can't erase. Low frequency vibrations through the floorboards creep. Promises we planted are the ones we keep. In color shadows stretch across the wall. I'm waiting on the gravity to let me fall. The cooling air is heavy with the scent of you. Fading out the gray to bring a deeper blue. Slow motion burning till the dawn breaks through. Every pulse is calling out a path to you. Velvet layers wrap around a fractured light. We are glowing embers in the dead of night. Heavy waves are crashing in a silent tide. Nowhere left for all these tangled fears to hide. Hold attention to the stars begin to fade. Lost inside the sanctuary that we made. Suspended in the ember of a single breath. Defying every cycle of a lonely death. Gravity is shifting as it pours its sand. Finding where the broken lines begin to mend. Softly spoken secrets in a gold leaf blur. Everything I wanted is exactly where you were. Rising from the basement of a minor key to the only heaven that was meant for me. Silver linings tracing every jagged edge. Leaning out beyond the safety of the ledge. Steady beat is knocking on my hollow chest. Giving all the weary parts a place to rest. Liquid diamonds dripping from the ceiling high. Painting every longing on a velvet sky. The bitterness is melting into something sweet. Finally the symphony is made complete. Tighter than the air pressing palms. Sinking to the chaos in the sudden calms. Wait for the ignition of the final spark. Carving out a vision in a happy die. Slow motion burning till the dawn breaks through. Every pulse is calling out a path to you. River layers wrap around the fractured light. We are glowing embers in dead of night. Heavy waves are crashing in a silent tide. No one left for all these tangled fears to hide. Hold attention to the stars begin to fade. Lost inside the sanctuary that we made. Trace the blueprint of your silhouette in the dim amber. Tracing lines across the velvet fabric of the dusk. I can feel the heavy pulse beneath the floorboards, while the golden wires of the hollow body hum. Slow vibrations climb the marrow of the spine. Everything we
touched into a liquid shadow, locked inside a frequency only we can decode. The air is thick with the scent of rain and cedar, sinking to the deep end of this midnight ocean. Gravity is just a ghost haunting the room, weightless in the pool of a magnetic fever. We are drifting where the light refuses to follow, broken glass reflections in your quiet eyes, drowning in the warmth of a silent storm. Soft as thunder rolling through the hallways, a gentle shudder in the architecture of the heart. Close the distance until the skin becomes the sky. Let the low tension anchor us to the ground. Breathless patterns woven in the dark. No more space between the spark and the flame. The clock is ticking in a language of its own, counting down the moments we surrender to the pool. Silver strings vibrating against the palm of my hand, mapping out the geometry of a secret desire. Every sigh is a break in the cathedral of myths. We are building something that the morning cannot reach. Keep the world outside the perimeter of this haze. Only the low hum remains to tell the story. The floor is dissolving into a sea of silk. We are falling upward through the layers of the night. Hold the tension like a wire about to snap. Wait for the resonance to swallow us whole. Sink into the deep end of this midnight ocean. Gravity is just a ghost haunting a room, weightless in the pull of a magnetic fever. We are drifting where the light refuses to follow, broken life reflections in your quiet eyes, drowning in the warmth of a silent storm.
Midnight sapphire drips across the sheets. I trace the blueprint of your heavy breathing. Found a galaxy in the way your pulse beats, while the ceiling fans are slowly weaving. No light but the glow from the open hall. We are suspended in this velvet gravity, waiting for the summer rain to finally fall, to wash away the weight of every cavity. This slow motion orbit around your frame is the only geometry I care to know. Burning silver without a single frame, watching how the shadows start to grow. I am anchored to the silence you keep, where the dark meets the morning gold. Diving into oceans that are far too deep for any other pair of hands to hold. The frequency shifts when you're leaning close, calculated motion in a world of static, giving up the ghost that I fear the most, to find a symmetry that feels cinematic. Every minded chord finds a way to resolve in the architecture of the sacred space, watching all my iron defenses dissolve in the quiet geography of your face. The guitar strings are humming through the floor, resonating in the hollows of my chest. I am not searching for an exit door or a better way to put my mind to rest. Copper tones are bleeding through the blind, turning every great thought into something bright, intertwining souls and intertwining minds against the fading pressure of the night. Attention is a cord made of woven silk, strong enough to pull the
how your mercy feels inside of me. There's a slow motion orbit around your frame. It's the only geometry I care to know. Burn the silver without a single flame. Watching how the shadows start to grow. I am anchored to the silence you keep. Where the dark meets the morning gold. Diving into oceans that are far too deep for any other pair of hands to hold.
The weight of the room settles in gold. Tracing the lines, your fingers hold. The low vibration pulls at the floor. I don't need the light to find the dark.
Velocity slows to a heavy pulse, blaming the ghost of someone else.
Charcoal shadows cross your skin.
Where do the edges of us begin?
The ivory keys are weeping low.
Gravity caught in the afterglow. Every breath is a heavy prize, wrapped in the stillness of your eyes.
Sinking through the velvet deep. Promises that the midnight will keep.
Drift within a slow descent. Every motion is eloquent.
Bound by the curve of your silhouette.
The finest fever I've tasted yet. Suspended in the humid air, tangled in the grace you wear. No distance left to navigate. The clock is in a relevant state. In the hollow of a gentle palm, the song dissolves into the calm. Residual warmth on a cotton lace. Reading the map upon your face. The frequency hums a darker shade. Watching the city outside fade. Softened by the haze of the blue. Everything narrows down to you. Sinking through the velvet deep. Promises that the midnight will keep. Trip within the slow descent. Every motion is eloquent. Bound by the curve of your silhouette. The finest fever I've tasted yet. Sinking through the velvet deep. Promises that the midnight will keep. Drift within the slow descent. Every motion is eloquent. Bound by the curve of your silhouette. The finest fever I've tasted yet. Sinking through the velvet deep. Promises that the midnight will keep. Drift within the slow descent. Every motion is eloquent. Bound by the curve of your silhouette. The finest fever I've tasted yet. Pull my hoodie by the strings, say, come here, I'm cold. Your fingers tracing every seam, like you're reading my soul. Netflix on, but it's just like painting shapes along your skin. You laugh and hide behind your head and let me back in. Stay right here, lay your head on my shoulder. Tell me your fears as the night's getting colder. I wanna hold every tear in your eyes, kiss every doubt till it finally dies. Stay right here, let the world fall apart now. You're one prayer that I can't live without. Every heartbeat spelling out your name. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. Remember the same? You say you're too much sometimes. I say not enough. Every scar and every secret, just another thing to love. You talk about the ones who left, how it's hard not to trust. I promise with my quiet breath, I'm not leaving us now. Stay right here, lay your head on my shoulder. Tell me your fears as the night's getting colder. I wanna hold every tear in your eyes, kiss kiss every doubt till it finally dies. Stay right here, let the world fall apart now. You're my prayer that I can't live without. Every heartbeat spelling out your name. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. Say the same. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. Say the same. If the past comes back like thunder in your chest, baby, close your eyes, let me be your rest. If your hands still shake, put them over mine. Feel how steady this is when I'm running this time. No, stay right here, lay your head on my shoulder. Tell me your fears as the night's getting colder. I wanna hold every tear in your eyes, kiss every doubt till it finally dies. Stay right here, let the world fall apart now. You're one prayer that I can't live without. Every heartbeat spelling out your name. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. I'm yours, I'm yours, I'm yours. It's the same.
The needle drops on a gusty glue, steady dancing in the attic of this room. Golden keys pressing down on velvet air, tracing shadows that aren't even there. Bass thumping like a post underwater, heavy smoke making the vision shorter. The lamp glows like a dying star, counting miles, we're staying where we are. Honey coating every single breath, cheating silence till there's nothing left. The weight of the low end pulls us down, sinking deep into this velvet time. Slow motion sliding through the dark, wait for the flame to find a spark. Buried in the warmth of the hum, knowing exactly what we become. Low tide rolling through the floor, close the lock and leave the door. Drowning in the indigo haze, lost inside the spiral of these days. Six strings crying through a heavy veil, the ghost of a story turning pale. Figures sliding over polished wood, doing things we never thought we should. The kick drum is a hammer and a glove, a physical pressure instead of love. Clock hands frozen at 3:30, just the hum of the electricity. Honey coating every single breath, sheet of silence till there's nothing left. The weight of the low end pulls us down, sinking deep into the velvet town. Slow motion sliding through the dark, wait for the flame to find the spark. Buried in the warmth of the hum, knowing exactly what we've become. Low tide rolling through the floor, close the lock and leave the door. Drowning in the indigo haze, lost inside the spiral of these days. The ceiling light is bleeding violet hues, heavy velvet curtains drawn against the day. Your silhouette is tracing lines upon the sheets, while gravity dissolves into the floor. I see the motion in your steady breath, a quiet language only we can speak. Mercury is rising in this hollow space, the low vibration pulls the marrow from my bones. We are floating in a pool of liquid ink. No need to measure time by ticking clocks. is thick enough to touch. A heavy mist of gold and charcoal smoke. We are sinking through the layers of the dark until the world outside is nothing but a ghost. Are we in the center of the deep, where the shadows wrap around your skin? I can feel the pulse inside your throat, right in the stories that the light could never tell. Lost within the velvet of the sound, drowning in the warmth of how you move. Everything is beautiful and strange when silence is the only thing we have. The ivory keys are weeping in the heart, soft notes falling like the winter rain. Your fingers map the desert of my palm, finding water where the soil was dry and cracked. I am tangled in the fibers of your hair, caught within a loop of how you sigh. The air is thick enough to touch, the heavy mist of gold and charcoal smoke. We are sinking to the layers of the dark until the world outside is nothing but a ghost. I'll be in the center of the deep, where the shadows wrap around your skin. I can feel the pulse inside your throat, writing stories that the light could never tell. Lost within the velvet of the sun, drowning in the warmth of how you move. Everything is beautiful and strange when the silence is the only thing we have. Hold me in the center of the deep, where the shadows wrap around my skin. I can feel the pulse inside your throat, writing stories that the light can never tell. Lost within the velvet of the sun, drowning in the warmth of how you move. Everything is beautiful and strange when the silence is the only thing we have.
Backseat of a ride, yeah. Street signs sliding past your face. Your head on the glass there, my name tangled in your lace. You laugh like you don't mean it. I say something you won't dare. You say that you can't eat this, but you're tracing circles on my hand right there. You're a shadow in my hands, I can feel you, can't quite hold you. Every time I think I can, you slip through like smoke, I fall right through. I keep pulling you in, you keep saying this is dangerous, but you're leaning on my chest, heart to heart in all this craziness. You're a shadow in my head, but I swear you feel like home to me. Hotel hallway, low light, key card shaking in your grip. You say it's just one night, but you're moving closer with your lips. Lipstick on the nightstand, your dress folded on the chair. You talk about your boyfriend, but you're breathing promises into my ear. You're a shadow in my hands, I can feel you, can't quite hold you. Every time I think I can, you slip through like smoke, I fall right through. I keep pulling you in, you keep saying this is dangerous, but you're leaning on my chest, heart to heart in all this craziness. You're a shadow in my head, feel like home, me. Yeah, yeah. Tell me, are we wrong? If it feels this right, would you miss this day? If we kill tonight, you say we're just pretending, but your fingers won't let go. If this has to have an ending, why is it written all over your soul? You're a shadow in my head. I can feel you, can't quite hold you. Every time I think I can, you slip through like smoke, I fall right through. I keep pulling you in, you keep saying this is dangerous, but you're leaning on my chest. Heart to heart in all this craziness. You're a shadow in my head, but I swear you feel like home to me, home to me. You're a shadow in my head, but you're the only thing that's real to me.
The violet glow settles heavy on the velvet sea. Static humming beneath the velvet friction of our skin. Every breath is a heavy anchor in this indigo tide. Your silhouette is cut from the shadows of the room. We are suspended in a liquid moment of silver and ash. No words are heavy enough to break this silence.
The clock as it goes, ticking inside a hollow wall. Tracing the map of your pulse with my trembling palm. The syrup stick with the center rain and heavy silk. I see the flickering light behind your closed eyelids.
We are drifting through a gallery of unspoken desires. Waiting for the gravity to pull us back to the floor. It's midnight alchemies, turning my blood into gold. They are drowning in the sea, a slow motion hurricanes. The darkness is a blanket that we never want to shed. All the tension until the morning light turns pale. We are lost in the deep end of a velvet dream, where the only truth is the weight of your hand in mine.
The low frequency is shaking the marrow of my bones. Cold sparks flying every time my shoulders burst. Thousand layers of harmony set against the glass. Nothing exists beyond the perimeter of this sky. Just a slow burn of a flame that refuses to die. Just a heavy pressure of a secret kept too long.
The ink is bleeding through the fabric of the night. Every motion is a deliberate stroke of a brush. I am caught in the magnetic pull of your breathing. No exit signs are visible in this private theater. Only the steady drum of a heart that knows the truth. Only the quiet power of a storm about to break. This midnight alchemy is turning my blood into gold. We are drowning in the sea of slow motion hurricanes. The darkness is a blanket that we never wanna shed. All the tension until the morning light turns pale. We are locked in the deep end out of our dream, where the only truth is the weight of your hand in mine. This midnight alchemy is turning my blood into gold. We are drowning in the sea of slow motion hurricane. The darkness is a blanket that we never wanna shed. All the tension until the morning light turns pale. We are lost in the deep end out of our dream, where the only truth is the weight of your hand in mine.
shadow plays across the marble floor,
where we lose the ghost of who we were.
slide the silver keys across the glass, tracing lines of fire through the frost. I am drifting and I'll make you leave,
Waiting for the pressure to dissolve, sinking to the deep blue velvet. I am drowning in the gravity of you. Every breath is caught within the thick smoke. Heavy metals turning into gold. The weight of silence pressing on my chest until the violet light begins to break.
slow motion through the static haze. Chemicals are dancing in the dark. Your name is as a shift in mercury,
Running through the valleys of my palms.
nothing moves beyond this liquid room. Time is just a wire we can bend. Hold attention till the wires snap.
Let the current pull us underneath, sink into the deep blue velvet. I am drowning in the gravity of you. Every breath is caught in the David smoke. Every metal's turning into gold. The weight of silence pressing on my chest until the violet light begins to break. Sink into the deep blue velvet. I am drowning in the gravity of you. Every breath is caught within the thick smoke. Heavy metals turning into gold. The weight of silence pressing on my chest until the violet light begins to break. Violet glow, shadows heavy on a velvet sheet. Trace a silhouette of every breath we take against the sheet. The air is thick with the scent of rain and luxury. I am drowning in the stillness of your company. Our shadows stretch across the ivory keys tonight. Drunk on the tension of this monochromatic light. Your hands are tracing patterns on my collarbone, building a kingdom that we govern all alone. The frequency is dipping low beneath the floor. I hear your pulse knocking at my spirit's door. No need for declarations in the sanctuary. Just the weight of us and the burdens that we carry. Stay in the hollow of the deep end. Let the vibration be the only rhyme we keep then. Gravity is silent as we reach the height. Wrapped in the fabric of a slow and liquid night. Hold the distortion till the clarity fades. We are the masterpiece that the midnight made. The glass is cold but the fire is in your gate. 1,000 pathways lost inside a hollow maze. Forget the world that waits outside the heavy drapes. Hear the emotion takes a million different shapes. I will be the anchor while the foundation swings. Taste the silver lining, let the quiet breathe. Stay in the hollow of the deep end. Let the vibration be the only friend we keep then. Gravity is failing as we reach the height. Wrapped in the fabric of a slow and liquid night. Hold the distortion till the clarity fades. We are a masterpiece that the midnight made. Stay in the hollow of the deep end. Let the vibration be the only friend we keep then. Gravity is
failing as we reach the high. Wrapped in the fabric of a slow and liquid night. All the distortion till the clarity fades. We are the masterpiece that the midnight made. Stay in the hollow of the deep end. Let the vibration be the only friend we keep in. Gravity is failing as we reach the high. The heavy pose of the lower moons through this hollow room. Gold light tracing a curving shadow against the gloom. Tracing lines on your skin while the clock begins to fade. Lost in the velvet of every promise we never made. The keys resonate in a frequency only we can feel. Blurring the edges of what is imagined and what is real. Slow down the motion until the seconds turn into ink. Pouring our secrets over the ledge before we blink. The foundation trembles, but the melody holds us high. Caught in the gravity beneath the charcoal colored sky. My breath is a ghost dancing inside your burning lungs. Speaking a dialect known by the choir of silent tongues. The tension is thickening like honey on a silver blade. I find my reflection in the deepness of the shade. The minor notes are shifting into a brighter hue. Every path I take leads my weary heart to you. This cinematic fever is taking hold of the night. We are the spark flickering just out of sight. The warmth of the sub-bass is drowning out the tone. Writing a story that remains forever untold. Drifting through layers of a dream that never ends. Unfilled the breaking point where the heavy iron bends. The high metal clicks like a heart that refuses to rest. As the impatience of the weight inside my chest. We dive into the lushnesss of 1,000 vocal tracks. No turning around and there is no looking back. The past swells around us like the rising summer tide. Knowing for the truth of this desire to running high. The tension is thickening like honey on a silver blade. I find my reflection in the deepness of the shade. Where minor notes are shifting into a brighter hue. Every path I take leads my weary heart to you. This cinematic fever is taking hold of the night. We are the spark flickering just out of sight. The warmth of the sub-bass is drowning out the cold. Writing a story that remains forever untold. Drifting through layers of a dream that never ends. Until the breaking point where the heavy iron bends.
The violet glow retreats behind the heavy velvet drapes. Your silhouette is etched in graphite lines and fluid shapes. This clock is paralyzed at 3 in the lingering cold. I'm tracing every secret that your liquid glances hold. The weight of what we crave is leaning on the hollow frame. I'm carving out the hollow spaces where you etch your name. The gravity between us pulls the air from out the room. We're blooming like a midnight flower destined for its doom. This current flows beneath the surface of the fractured glass. I'm watching every shadow of the future start to pass. The steady drum of dark desire is burning through the floor. I'm diving in the deep until I can't
frequency deep inside my bones. The pressure in the silence is the only thing that's real. I'm paralyzed by everything you make my spirit feel. We're drifting through a vision painted in a bruised indigo. The deeper that we sink, the further down we have to go. Your fingers trace the architecture of my hidden mirror. The resonance of honesty is ringing in my ears. I'm drowning in the texture of the way you breathe my soul. I'm losing every fragment of the things I could control. The atmosphere is thick enough to swallow up the light. We're burning like a signal in the middle of the night. This current flows beneath the surface of the fractured glass. I'm watching every shadow of the future start to pass. The steady thrum of dark desire is running through the floor. I've gotten in the deep until I can't feel anymore. The resonance of us is vibrating in silver tones. I'm feeling every frequency deep inside my bones. The pressure in the silence is the only thing that's real. I'm paralyzed by everything you make my spirit feel. This current flows beneath the surface of the fractured glass. I'm watching every shadow of the future start to pass. The steady thrum of dark desire is running through the floor. I'm diving around the deep until I can't feel anymore. The resonance of us is vibrating in silver tones. I'm feeling every frequency deep inside my bones. The pressure and the silence is the only thing that's real. I'm paralyzed by everything you make my spirit feel.
Candle on the dresser, wax running down like time. Your shirt on my shoulder, your breath tangled up in mine. Come closer, neckline slipping slow motion. Your fingers tracing my spine. Every little move you're making, pulling every thought from my mind. Midnight on your skin, I'm lost again. I sink in deeper. Say my name, don't say a word. Let your body be the only speaker. Every sigh, every shiver, yeah, you're pulling me under again. I don't know where I end, where you begin. Midnight on your skin, curtains barely open, city glow across your back. Heartbeat in the quiet, perfect little panic attack. Lip gloss on my collar, you laughed and you pulled me close. Taste of you still on me, like a secret only we know. Midnight on your skin, I'm lost again. I sink in deep. Don't say a word, let your body be the only speaker. Every sigh, every shiver, yeah, you're pulling me under again. I don't know where I end, where you begin. Midnight on your skin, slow dance on the edge of control. You moving, I already know. Every line that you're asking me to cross, I'm already there, already lost. Midnight on your skin, I'm lost again. I sink in deep. Don't say a word, let your body be the only speaker. Every sigh, every shiver, yeah, you're pulling me under again. I don't know where I end, where you begin.
Digits on the clock, face bleeding, fighting you. Tracing circles on your shoulder blades in this dim room. The gravity is pulling hard, doesn't you move closer. Heavy velvet curtains drowning out the morning light. I can feel the static coming underneath my palms. Your heartbeat is the only metronome I need tonight. The floorboards disappear beneath the weight of how we feel. We are drifting through a galaxy of silk and silver. Every breath you take is like a secret I am keeping, safe within the hollow of my chest against the cold. Slow down the motion of the spinning world until we are the only axis left in place. This fever dream is painting gold across the shadows. I am folding all my armor on the ground just to find the clarity inside your gaze. The low vibration of the city fades into the walls, leaving nothing but the fragrance of your skin on mine. I am mapping every contour of your changing pose, writing stories in the spaces where our fingers lock. Everything we fear is dissolving in this heat. There is a promise in the way the minor chords resolve. A sudden tilt of light that proves the sun is coming back. But for now we inhabit the depths of the quiet. A sanctuary built from linen and soft-spoken words, where the darkest hours turn into a liquid glow. The tension stretches thin until it snaps to break. We are suspended in the middle of a rising tide. The distance has been conquered by a single touch. Slow down the motion of the skidding ground until we are the only axis left in place. The fever dream is painted gold across the shadow. I am folding all my armor on the ground just to find a clarity inside your gaze. Slow down the motion of the skidding world till we are the only axis left in place. This fever dream is painted gold across the shadow. I'm folding all my armor on the ground just to find the clarity inside your gaze. Slow down the motion of the spinning world until we are the only axis left in place. This fever dream is painting gold across the shadows. I am folding all my armor on the ground just to find the clarity inside your gaze.
The needle drops on a dusty spinning plate. Shadows lengthening against the garden gate. Found your silhouette etched in the amber glow. Moving heavy like the curtains down below. Half empty glasses on the polished wood. Everything undisturbed and nothing said for good. The city hums beneath the balcony floor. I am tracing patterns that we drew before. The air gets thick with the scent of the rain. Mercury rising inside of a silver vein. Floating on a cloud made of velvet and wine. Waiting for the moment that our souls align. Slow motion drifting in a sea of gold. Stories that the sunrise never told. Hold the silence till it starts to break. Give me every breath you have to take. Suspended in the warmth of the deep. Promises we never meant to keep. Let the friction turn into a flame. Calling out a secret sort of name. Electric ivory dancing through the dark. Leaving behind a fading jagged spark. You're leaning close till the world fades out. Clearing away the ghosts of every doubt. The kick drum pulses like a steady heart. Tearing the fabric of the night apart. Untouched scents ripples through the quiet room. Flowers open in a sudden bloom. The air gets thick with the scent of the rain. Mercury rising inside of a silver vein. Floating on a cloud made of rubber in a wine, waiting for the moment that our souls are slow motion drifting in a sea of gold. Stories that the sunrise never told. Hold the silence till it starts to break. Give me every breath you have to take. Suspended in the warmth of the deep. Promises we're never meant to keep. Let the friction turn into a flame, carving out a secret sort of name. Time is a liquid slipping through our hands, shifting like the desert in the coastal sands. Don't look at the clock on my marble wall, just let the gravity begin to fall. We are the only ones left awake for the sake of the dream in the air. Slow-mo drifting in a sea of gold. Stories that the sunrise never told. Cold the silence till it starts to break. Give me every breath you have to take. Suspended in the warmth of the deep. Promises we're never meant to keep. Let the friction turn into a flame, calling out a secret soul your name. Slow drifting in a sea of gold. Stories that the sunrise never told. Cold the silence till it starts to break. Give me every breath you have to take. Suspended in the warmth of the deep. Promises we never meant to keep. Let the friction turn into a flame, calling out a secret sort of name. Sunrise never told. Hold the silence till it starts to break. Give me every breath you have to take. Suspended in the warmth of the deep. Promises we never meant to keep.
Late night, dim glow on your collarbone, bare feet, tracing patterns on my coat. You laugh, spilling secrets on my throat. Say my name so slow, like you already know. Stay right here on my shoulder. Let the world fade out of focus. Every breath you take gets closer, till your heart beats in my hands. If this moment runs us over, I'll go under just to hold ya. Let the night keep pulling us lower, till we break, till we don't come back again. Closed eyes, but you're watching every move. Soft lies, like we'll figure it out soon. You slide both hands around my neck. Now your lipstick's on my chest. Promise I won't forget. Stay right here on my shoulder. Let the world fade out of focus. Every breath you take gets closer, till your heart beats in my hands. If this moment runs us over, I'll go under just to hold ya. Let the night keep pulling us lower, till we break, till we don't come back again. Tell me all your fears in a whisper. I'll write every one on my skin. If we only get this for a minute, and let the minute never end. Oh, stay right here on my shoulder. Let the world fade out of focus. Every breath you take gets closer, till your heart beats in my hands. If this moment runs us over, I'll go under just to hold ya. Let the night keep pulling us lower, till we break, till we don't come back again.
go back again.